Hi guys, so this is just a quick video explaining how the ad result estimator works. Right, so once you click on that link and you get to this page, you won't be able to do anything here. You won't be able to edit it because it's view only. So what you need to do is click on file and click on make a copy. So this makes a copy for you that is basically yours. You can edit it, you can do whatever you want to do with it. Okay. Okay, cool. So let me quickly explain. The sections and the terms. So this section is required. You need to fill this out. This is optional, but really you actually still need to fill it out because this is how you're going to get your expected returns or your revenue from the ads. So this results section, you don't need to fill anything. Whatever you fill in this area is what to is what to be calculated and used to produce the results on this end. All right, so let me run through the terms quickly. So this is ad spend. Ad spend is simply the amount you spend running the ad. So if you paid Facebook 50,000 to run ads for you, your ad spend is going to be 50,000. The CTR simply means click-through rate. Click-through rate is simply the percentage of people that clicked your ad compared to those who saw it. So if 1,000 people saw your ads, but 100 people clicked your ad, that means your CTR is 10% because 100 is 10% of 1,000. So if 10,000 people saw your ads and 1,000 people clicked on it, that means your CTR is also 10%. I hope you understand. So that's a percentage value. CPM simply means cost per mil. Maybe I should write this down somewhere. All right, click through rates. Okay, cost. Yeah, so cost per mil. Cost per mil is simply the amount Facebook charges you for showing your ads to 1,000 people. So, and this typically varies between 1,000 to like 1,006, although it can be more depending. It varies based on your industry and how well your ad is performing also. So that's cost per mil. So here I imputed 1,300 naira for the cost per mil. So if Facebook shows your ad based on what we have here, if Facebook shows this ad to 1,000 people, they're going to charge us 1,300 naira. So that's it. So sales conversion rate is simply the percentage of people that immediately buy your product or buy your service compared to the compared to the percentage of clicks you got. So if 1,000 people came to your page and 100 people bought, then your sales conversion rate is 10% because 100 is 10% of 1,000. So that's that's it. Revenue per sale is basically the amount you make on every purchase. So for businesses that if you're selling just one product or selling just one service, your revenue per sale is going to be fixed. Let's say your product is 50,000 naira, it's going to be 50,000 naira every time people buy. But if you're selling a range of products, let's say you sell shoes, you sell bags, clothes, every product is going to be different. So what you need to do in that instance would be to calculate your average order value or determine your average order value. Your average order value is simply the amount of money people typically spend when they come to your page or when they come to your website, the amount of money they typically spend, or on the landing page you're sending people to. If there are options to buy, you pick maybe your average order value will be the product that is bought the most. That's that's how it is. So profit margin, if it's a digital product you're selling, if it's a course you're selling, if it's something digital anyway, it's typically 100% because you're not spending money to produce a new copy all the time. But if you're selling physical products, there tends to be a cost price on every product, so that can't be 100%. So you have to figure out, if you haven't already figured it out, how much you make on every product you sell, or on your average order value, how much is your profit when people buy your product. So if people buy, let's say if people typically pay 5,000 to buy your product, you have to figure out how much of that 5,000 is your profit. So when you figure that out, you can add it. You can come to this place and edit it. So if your profit margin is 50%, 70%, whatnot, you fix it in here. So now when you fill this, your results will be generated for you automatically. So impressions is calculated based on what you have here. Everything is calculated based on what you have up there. Clicks, same thing. Cost per click, that's how much you pay for every click. Um, Number of sales you make. So based on the sales conversion rate up here, based on your CTR, based on your impressions, based on your ad spend, that is how sales is calculated. And your total revenue is um, calculated from your revenue per sale as well as the number of sales. So if you know your way around Excel, this kind of thing, maybe you can by yourself look through how the calculations were made, and maybe that will give you a better understanding. But if you don't understand it, don't don't stress yourself. I've made it such that it even accounts for error. So let's not even go into that because I want this to be brief and I want it to be simple. So from what we have here, the return on ad spend is 46. So basically this person spends 1 naira and makes 46 naira back with this type of data, or with this type of results. So with this tool you can easily forecast what it is you're likely to make back on your ads and maybe on your marketing, because there's a way you can also apply this to your email marketing flow or WhatsApp marketing or whatever other type of marketing you want to do. So this ad is obviously a profitable ad because this person spends 50,000 and makes 2.3 million back. Return on ad spend is 46. So that's and also when you start to run ads, you begin to discover that, okay, now you're establishing a benchmark. So that benchmark is like the typical result you get from ads. So when you have that, it's easy to come here and tweak some of the things. You can play with the revenue per sale. So instead of maybe spending more on ads, you can just decide you want to increase the price of your product. If you increase the price of your product, you might discover that your ads start to perform even better because other things might be the same, but you find out that people are still willing to pay more for what you're selling. So even though other metrics don't change, and usually this is like the easiest way to increase your revenue, simply increasing your price. And of course, you're not just increasing price for be on a bad product, but before you increase your price, you must have done your research and obviously try to improve your product too before increasing your price. So this is just a quick explanation just to show you how to use the ad results estimator. Thanks for watching. Take care.